that the number of people using turn signals has totally just gone down. And it's a very big concern of mine. I travel from Williamsburg to Virginia Beach 3 times a week. And I'm just noticing more and more and more. I don't know if it's just me or if it's this city. They are not using turn signals. And we used to have signs that said, don't brake at the tunnel. If you're doing 55 or 60, everybody in front of you always hits their brakes. There used to be signs that said, don't brake at the tunnel. They don't have a reason for it. Can we publicize that with the police or with the city somehow to publicize that on billboards or something? Signage.
I think you asked 2 different questions. I forgot the first one.
Turn signals.
Turn signals. Turn signals, as well as I think even people running red lights. And it's interesting because what I'll do sometimes, Chief, put your fingers in your ears. Sometimes I'll go through in yellow, and I'll look in my rearview mirror to see how many folks are coming behind me. And again, I can't necessarily gauge how far they are behind me, but I got a feeling that there are probably 5 to 6 car lengths that are coming through, and I know I just kind of got through on yellow, and they're still coming. So that's an issue. I just think it's a lack of conscientiousness by individuals to either want to obey traffic rules, and that's probably the biggest part of it. And when they put a sign, don't brake, I think what people said is that at the entrance of all our tunnels, there's a bend. I'm not sure why the bend is there, but I think that causes people to naturally slow down as they're entering the tunnel. I've heard that before. What I wanted was people to put a minimum speed limit in the tunnels and use technology, sensors, and cameras to try and you gauge the distance between vehicles and the speed. And say if there's nothing within maybe 40 feet, which is equivalent of 4 car lengths, then if that person is going less than 45 miles per hour, you give the person a ticket, you just snap a picture and give them a ticket. Because the tunnel is only a mile and a half, and at 45 miles per hour, so it should only take a little bit more maybe than 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get through the tunnel. So why do you have these backups? When they widen the tunnel, it's the Hampton Roads Transportation Planning Organization and Transportation Accountability Committee or Commission that will have responsibility over the tunnels and tunneling and tolling and things like that. And we can then put sensors and other kinds of things in the road to try and engage speed distances. Because I've seen people actually on the approaches, but your question was about, again, the turn signals. I'm not sure. If you think about the scheme of things, if she's concerned about moving around in the city in safety or living in her place safe, then to get somebody for changing lanes without giving a turn signal, I'm not sure if we're going to write them up for that. We also have a law that says when it's raining, you're supposed to, and your wipers are on, that you're supposed to have your headlights on, but a lot of times folks don't do that. And the reasonable part of that is this: if you're driving a white car or a gray car, and it's raining pretty hard, you generally can't see that car. So you might run into it, or you may change lanes and not see it. But if you have lights on, it improves safety. So I think there are quite a few laws on the books that really were put there by well-meaning legislators, but they create more challenges for enforcement than they really benefit. But I'm not to say, I mean, I use my signals. I try and do it religiously. I use my seat belt, but I know a lot of folks don't do it. I'm not sure if we really have the manpower to ride around trying to even see who's not using seat belts or who's changing lanes. And then you got to prove it in court. You probably got to have a camera on that vehicle when it did it, so you can show it to a judge. And so right now, I think it's just an irritation. All due respect, it's unfortunate, but it's an irritation. Oh, okay.